give Leftwich a ton of credit, whether it was adding offensive linemen, keeping tight ends in, Gronkowski was blocking for Brate, vice versa, or whether it was play action. They ran the gamut in diagnosing how could you attack that Washington football team defensive line, and they did a terrific job. Anytime you keep Brady vertical, heroics happen. When he is a mere mortal
yeah,
when you rush him
sure.
and hit him. And today, he was the hero.
Yep. And here's a good example of what you just said, Jeff.
Yep.
He threw 40 touchdowns during the regular season, 2 in this game. All 42 of those touchdowns this season came without pressure. So if you keep him standing upright, that's good for Tampa. It's bad for the defense. Let's go back to Taylor Heinicke for a second here. And I was watching the game earlier, and I thought to myself, this is the best quarterback play between Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins combined, what we've seen in Washington so far this season, in one game by Taylor Heinicke. And, RC, let me start with you. What impressed you the most about this young man?
The kid wasn't scared. Right? Like you saw that kid.
Yeah.
You heard Jeff talk about it, diving from the 4-yard line. I went back to Soulja Boy. I was like, watch me, Superman. I was like, watch me, you. You know, when you have a dude that's out there playing against Tom Brady without that fear, a guy who's moving the ball efficiently, but understands that he can use his legs to get outside of the pocket and create plays. I thought it was the best play that we've seen from a Washington football team quarterback all season, and we saw 4 of them, Eves. We saw 4 of them, Jeff, Saturday, and this guy was the best one. I thought he energized the team. I thought he played the position with poise. And I also thought he showed some athleticism that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just weren't ready for. Of all the quarterbacks they've had played this year, I don't believe any of them would have played the game that Taylor Heinicke played today. He should be proud, and I believe he's earned himself an opportunity to not only be on the roster next year, but maybe compete to get some playing time.
Yeah, listen, I couldn't agree with you more. When the 2 things I think about, poise and trusting the game plan. I mean, you heard him. He wasn't thinking about, he wasn't playing Tom Brady, right? He was worried about that Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. And let me tell you, he studied it and understood what they were going to try to do. He knew they were going to heat him up all night long. He never panicked. He never made that poor decision. Even the interceptions off a tip. That's not his fault, right? Guy gets his hand up. It's unfortunate, but it's not on the QB. You saw him. If he had to pull it down, he would tuck it down, push up in the pocket, and then go extend plays. You saw him with his feet. You saw him with his arm. And listen, he had 4 or 5 drops. Sims had 3 or 4. I mean, he put some good balls on that guys didn't even pick up their end. He could have had even a bigger night. So this kid absolutely met the moment. It was an incredible display for Taylor Heinicke. I mean, the guy he played lights out. Congratulations to him. I know you're disappointed in the loss, but, man, that kid could not have played any better.
No, and here's the real.
Couldn't.
Alex Smith may not play another NFL game. He had injuries over the last several weeks. It's been remarkable to see him come back to play NFL football at all. But if he doesn't come back, you would think that job right now would belong to Taylor Heinicke after what he did in this one playoff game, just his 2nd career NFL start.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.